Okay, now in this portion we're going to go ahead and build our little side reactor things here, whatever you want to call them. So let's go ahead and go to our items. Let's get a new mesh, like so. I'm going to delete this mesh because it's empty. I could have used it, but I chose not to. Okay, so now as you can see we have everything laid out. If I turn off my rings too, those are gone. We can rename this to poles. Okay, we got that one. Then we have our these rings here, which are those purple rings. We have the poles, which are the antennas on top, and we have the body, which is of course the green body. So let's select our new mesh, and let's control click a sphere. Okay, let's turn our wireframe back on. Now I have this sphere. Let's go ahead and scale it down, like so. I'm going to make it, oh, I don't know. That looks pretty decent in size. It takes up about the whole middle there, like that. So let's go ahead and work on it with this size here. Okay, I'm going to select my top polygons, hold my shift key after I get them selected, that is. Hold my shift key and hit the up arrow key, and I'm going to select half of it. Now after I've selected half of it, I'm going to hit Command X to cut it and Command V to paste it right back in there. Now if I double click the top portion and hit W to move it, so they're action centered automatic here, and if I move it you can see those are separated now. Okay, so let's go ahead and move these apart. Let's put that in about right there. Let's move this one down. And that looks okay. It might be a little too big at the moment, but we can fix that. Let's go to our edge mode. Let's select this edge and double click this edge. We can right click on that edge and select bridge. And how many segments do we want? Let's go ahead and click. Let's go ahead and give it maybe 12, like that. 12 looks good. Okay, click to deselect. Now we have this. So now let's select our polygons. I'm going to select 2 here, or 3 or 2 or 3 here. I'm going to skip a row, select 3 there, or 2 or 3 the next. I'm just going to keep skipping like this and go all the way down, like so, and hit the L key, and that's going to loop those polygons. Okay, so now let's hit the B key. We can do several looks here. If we hit the B key and click, well, let's undo that and make sure we're in polygon mode, not subdivision mode. Okay, now let's hit the B key, click, and we can bring these out like this. Shift click again, bring them out, shift click again, bring them out. Now as you can see, we're starting to have a problem here because what did I do? I didn't group polygons. So let's back up, like so. Let's say group polygons, click. Now when we bring these out, these polygons are going to stay together as one big polygon. Okay, now as you can see, we go to sub D mode, we're getting a nice look here, but if we want to tighten this up even more, you can run a loop slice, the count of 1, free, right around like that, and as you can see, that will tighten that up. So if you go around like this, hit the loop, Alt C, run a loop slice, and that will tighten that up all at once for you. And of course, let's do the same thing on the top. Mojo, it is got Mojo, but Modo's selection options are really stupendous. Really smart selection options. Okay, there we go. Now we have this nice little reactor. Let's go ahead and go to fall off. Let's go to our front view. Let's turn off our other pieces of geometry. Let's go to fall off, radial. Let's drag out a radial fall off like this. Let's go to perspective. I'm going to drag it out this way too. going to hit the W key to move it. I'm going to pull it, and you can see that's going to just kind of just give it a slight little bend there like that. Okay? Spacebar, drop our tool. Let's go back to perspective. Escape to clear your tool pipe. Now it gives us that little bend. Let's go ahead and turn our body back on. And we're going to position this like so, right in here, and we're going to hit the E key for rotate. We're going to rotate this around and push it right back in there like so. Action center, I'm going to make it local so I can scale this a little bit. Now let's go back to the front view. Let's turn off our body. Now let's go up to fall off, linear fall off. See if I'm doing this correctly. Hit the R key. Yeah, I got it backwards, so let's run our fall off from the big part on the top and our small part on the bottom. And we're going to hit the R key to scale it, and we're going to scale it in. And that's going to make the top smaller than the bottom. Okay? Escape to clear your tool pipe. Go back to perspective view. Let's turn back on our other pieces of geometry. Now we can select this and we can position it a little bit better. Action center local. Maybe scale it to make it a little longer. Like so. Okay, I think we're getting there. Yeah, now let's quickly go to our front view. Let's turn off everything except our body. Select our little reactor we just made. Go to our action center, origin or pivot. Let's go to duplicate, mirror in the X. Boom. Perspective. Spacebar, drop the tool. Let's turn on the rest of our geometry. Okay, let's rename this side reactors. And let's select them. Give them a material. Call them side reactors. And we'll make it a light blue. Toggle wireframe, toggle grid. And here's where we're at so far. Okay? I don't mean to be moving too fast on you, but we're getting through it. And on our next section, we'll continue. Thanks for watching, guys. I appreciate it.